Hi, everybody. Okay, so I am going to take some time out to show you 13 design pages from a magazine, actually a national one, and it's from Vogue, Vogue Magazine. Can you see that? Anyway, I'm going to go over that, but I do want to apologize because my neighbor next door has country music playing really loud. Okay. So if that is in the background, I apologize if you're not a country person. I'm not so much anymore. I sort of kind of am. Anyway, all right. Depends on the songs. Anyway, so I'm going to go through 13 pages with you because some of you have been asking about designing your pages and what does it look like. And so this is what they should look like. I mean, this is Vogue, so that's high end, but it gives you an idea. And I'm going to explain why certain things are why they are the way they are. I can talk today. All right, so let me go ahead and share the screen. And I'm going to share my desktop here. And let's see here. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see that. You want to see this. Okay. So is it share? Okay. Hopefully it's sharing. Anyway, so this here is the first page. This is a in this issue page. Okay. This is from Vogue 2019, as you can see. And by the way, I love that dress that she's wearing. I want it. I'm not a model, so I couldn't rock it like she does, but it's just gorgeous. Anyway, so this page here is kind of a sample of in this issue. So whoever's designing that page or whoever wants to design that page, this is just like one idea. It's one large photo, as you can see. And then down on the right is teasers. These are teasers for articles. So you can see the page number 62, 70, 88, 137, 150. We're not going to have 150 pages in our magazine, but these are the page numbers and then the title of the articles and probably a little sample of what that article is about. That's just one idea. You could actually do something like this with 3 or 4 photos. And this is probably a photo of an article that's in the magazine. Okay, next page is also another sample of an in this issue, and they have a large photo. I love large photos. They grab people's attention. They're not tiny and they're not thumbnail. So those are more exciting, and they have to also be an intriguing photo. This one may not be as intriguing as this one is because she's beautiful and I love the dress. But this one is not that exciting. It would be exciting if it was in a gardening magazine, I'm sure. And then again down below, so they have the large photo up on top and then down below. And then off to the right, they have cover look. So that's what's on the cover of their magazine. That's the description. And if you can see this, this is their magazine cover. And so this is just describing that cover. So if we have a really compelling cover photo, we could have a section right here to describe what's on the front cover. All right, this here is a sample of what they call the masthead. It's kind of a staff list of all the staff members, and these are the different departments. So we've got, here I am looking at the computer. I can't see it so tiny, I have to enlarge it, but if we enlarge it, you could see that it's creative, features, beauty, fashion news, digital operations. Here's the editor-in-chief. And so we would have the editor-in-chief, and we've actually made some changes. So we do have one editor-in-chief instead of 2, and our one editor-in-chief will be Eleanor. And so there's, I think, another sample of the masthead, but I'll get to that. I just put all these pages together, so they're random. All right, this page here is a sample of 2 columns, okay? You either have one column, but we're not talking going across the entire page, but one column, which would be a small one, narrow one, I mean, and then or 2 or 3. Okay, so this is a sample of a 2-column page layout. Here they have their title up above, and then there's a subtitle. They have a question for a subtitle, if you can see that. Normally we don't do questions because you're making your reader think right off the bat, and most people don't want to think, they just want to read it. But if it's a subtitle, it's more acceptable than having it as your headline. Now this is a 2-word headline. I don't really like those. Those are not that intriguing. Sharp objects, I mean, that could be anything. I mean, this is a photo here of a gal with music sheet behind her. I would think this would have to do with music. But so you'd have to read the article about what's going on. And maybe the subtitle has more definition defining what the article is about. Okay, so this is a sample of a 2-column. Here they are indenting 3 spaces. We normally indent 3 spaces for newspaper or magazine. So we'll do that for ours. And I believe this is size 10 font, and it looks like it is Times New Roman. So we will be using Times New Roman and size 10 font because we'll be able to get more words on a page. And the indentation separates the paragraphs, as you can see. Okay, this is a photo caption, so it's talking about what the photo is. So and this photo, by the way, I want to talk about this. This is a great design. So what they did is they have her. They actually have 3 elements going on. They have her, they have the sheet music, and then they have these bars of color that are just a great, cool design. And it probably goes with the article as far as the content of the article. We have the page numbers at the bottom, and they have the year and the month, and then Vogue.com. That's their website. We would probably just have our magazine name, the Roadrunner magazine, or just Roadrunner magazine. Know the. All right, here's another page sample, and this one is this is a 2-column, and they're all indented 3 spaces. Looks like they had another space here and another space here, so kind of some big space gaps, and they might be because they're separating some major thoughts. They have a large photo at the top right. It's cut off right here because that was me ripping it out of the magazine, so that is not their design at all. And then this is what they call a drop cap. So it's the capital O, and it's the word on. As you can see this, it's the word on the day I visit Macbeth in DC. So it's a big, huge, it's also a design element. That's something you can do. I love those. I love drop caps. They're so fun and exciting. And yeah, so that's what they did there. All right. This page, this looks like, I think, 2 separate articles, or yeah, I think this is an article from a previous page, and then here's a new one. So this is a sample of 2 columns right here, and here they have their photos, and these are definitely vectors, so you don't, or they cut them out so you can't see. There's like a shadow, which is kind of cool for their art, and they're probably book reviews. And this book here, by the way, American Dirt, this looks like a book I want to check out. So anyway, these are design elements that in Canva, you can find all sorts of design elements. Also, I want to tell you all, do not buy anything on Canva, okay? Only the free items. Or you can go to pexels.com, or you can go to unsplash.com, and you can get free art and photos there as well, all right? But do not purchase anything on Canva. Sorry about that. Okay, this page here is a letter from the editor. So Eleanor, pay attention to this page. This will be your page. So you'll have, I like how they put the letter from the editor sitting on top of the photo. Actually, it's probably even overlaying the photo just a little bit. Let's check that out and see. Yeah, just slightly, or maybe it's just kissing the top of the photo. And so this is the editor of Vogue. Amatar. I can't read her name, but anyway, so this is probably her rowing, and then probably her getting married or at a wedding. I don't know. I haven't read it. And this is her letter to all of the readers. Okay, so you're going to have to write a letter from the editor, and you can sign it like she did if you want to, or not. Just put your name at the bottom. And here is the photo caption. So this is really super, super important, all of you. You have to leave room for a photo caption. Theirs are all in caps. I don't really like that, but it's a style. And you have to have a photo caption. Here they say left, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, photographed in Central Park by Lauren Collins. So I guess that is not the editor herself. And then above with her boyfriend, the playwright, Martin McDonough, McDonough, after the 2019 Emmy Awards. Okay, look like a wedding dress. Okay, so you have to save room for your photo captions. Super, super important. Okay, alrighty, moving right along to page designs. All right, I love large photos. This one is a sample of a large photo on top and then content down below. It's a excuse me, two column. That was kind of a burp there. And then a drop cap. Cap is like the capital letter of the first word of your sentence, and it's dropped down. That's why they call it a drop cap. Sometimes it's above the paragraph itself, but in this case, it's a drop cap. It came down, and that's a little tricky to do. You're gonna have to figure out how to do that on Canva. I've done it before, and basically, you just have to like move over all of your paragraphs, okay, just for the size of the letter. And then you have to insert a new letter, actual one word, one letter, and then make it the size you want it to. So it gets a little tricky, and I can walk you through it if you need me to show you how to do one of those. Maybe I'll do another video on how to do that exactly by itself. Okay, and then here is their headline, and then they have a subheadline. We don't have to do subheadlines on our articles, but if you want to, that's a sample of it. Okay, next page. I love how they put letters over the photo. I'm a big fan of that. Here they've got the headline on the photo and then a sub caption underneath and still overlaid on the photo. You can do that if you want. And again, large photo. This one takes up almost 3/4 of a page. And then this is a 2-column, indented 3 spaces for each paragraph. Here's a sample of a drop cap in the middle. And sometimes this here in the middle also, so this is 3 columns. I like 3 columns, those are great. And every paragraph is indented 3 spaces. This here is a great idea of like, oh, I have still so much room left. How can I fill it up? Fill it up with a pull quote. So that's what this is called, is a pull quote. I'm going to zoom in on that. And a pull quote is basically you pulled this quote from your article. You found a really great quote in your article. It's a teaser, it's an element, a design element that gets your reader to, ooh, I like this quote. Now I'm going to really read this article. Okay, so you pulled it from here somewhere. It's still in your article, but you pulled it out and made it large. And you have quote marks right here. And we know it's going to be in this article somewhere. I don't know where. But yeah, it's a great design element. I love it. Those are fun to do. Okay, almost done here. This one is another sample of a large photo and 2-column article. And then here is their photo caption actually. And okay, this is a sample of not the opposite of a drop cap, but I'm blanking on what they call it, but it's the cap that goes above. So it went above your whole entire article. And in this case, it went into the photo. It is difficult to read in this one. This one's kind of hard, but you know, it is a design element. I like it. I think it's fun. Okay, and then here is their photo caption way down here, and you can see the space separates it out. Looks like it got a little chunk bitten out of the actual paragraph. Okay, any questions so far? All right, this is another, I love this page. This one's really cool. So they've got a super large photo, and then they've got a single column talking about what this photo is about or this article. And I just love that style. That's so fun. Okay, this is also another sample of the masthead staff box. And this is our last page, so that I'm going to show you. But you can see who the publisher is, who the chief business officer is, CBO, and just more information. We won't have all of this. This is where you can find all of their magazines, where they're all distributed. Okay, and that concludes 13 sample pages, just to give you an idea. Something that you need to do in Canva is you need to, the spacing between each sentence is 1 space. And that's something I'm going to have to show you. I'll do another video on how to actually go on a page and design some pages up and how to make this single space, because Canva, one of the features on Canva that they have is they have it defaulted to 1.4 spaces in between each sentence, each line. Okay. And it makes it too airy. And since we want to make sure that we will fit our whole articles on one page or a 2-page spread, you have to make this one space between each line. Okay, I don't know if that's making any sense, but hopefully it is. All right, so email me if you have any questions, or text me or call me, or we can set up a Zoom. But I'm going to do another video on how to actually design in Canva and make them look like these wonderful, beautiful pages in Canva. Oh, one more thing is that, one more huge thing is when you're designing your pages in Canva, notice how all this space, the white space here on all sides, except for here on this side, but you can see it right here. You're going to have to leave a lot of room for our pages, because if not, it will bleed off to the side of the page. You don't want that to happen. So anything, and if you ever have these magazines printed, if we do ever have these magazines printed, you don't want your content to be cut off, because you could see where the actual pages are and where it's going to get cut off. Look at a standard magazine and you'll see, if you have any magazines at home. All right. So also, when you do have your 3 columns or 2 columns, see this space between the columns? It has to be exact. Okay. And also in Canva, it will show you exactly what the numbers are. So I can see what width this column is and make sure that this column is the exact same width. They cannot be different sizes. They see how all 3 of these are uniform, and then the space between them is uniform. Okay. All right. I'm just thinking as we go here. Usually headlines do not have quote marks on them, so do not put any quote marks on your headlines. Vogue, I don't know what you're doing here. Okay, let's see here. Love those drop caps. Those are just so fun. It's just another design element. Just look at your whole page and think, okay, I don't want it to be boring. I want it to look interactive. I want it to look interesting. Oh, one more thing. All of these columns are left justified. Left justified means that it is completely straight on the left side and jagged on the right. Okay, some magazines have it. This actually, you can see, is centered. So they have all of these centered, which you can do for whoever's designing the masthead. You can have it centered, but everything is left justified. Okay, and my cat is on the couch across from me playing with her toy. All right, very distracting, along with the country music. I don't know if you can hear the country music. All right, I want to see what's this bar right here, this word, this verbiage, because that's another design element. Oops. Okay, so that is fashion editors' names. Fashion editors' names. Okay. All right. I don't know what that is for though, because I think I saw it somewhere else too. Here it is again. Photo Illustrator. Oh, okay. You know what this is? This is the caption, photo caption. So if you want, you can put your photo caption. The photo caption goes to this photo right here on the left. And they have on the right, that way, horizontal, vertical, sprawling across, and they're giving the photo cut line. So the photo credit, photo is illustrated by Parker Hubbard. Okay, and then it gives some more information on that. Okay, we'll just end it right here. I don't want this to go too long. It looks like it's already going close to 20 minutes. And I just wanted to share all that with you guys. Let me know if you have any more questions about designing up your page, but I will do another video on Canva, how to design, particularly in Canva. All right, that's it for now. Talk to you later. Bye.